Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. As you can see, I'm going into Hotel Modok. I've already explored the first two chapters, but I have not completed it yet. The reason this is the case is because I normally run suicides. And when I did a trial run in chapter 3, I quickly learned that suicides are not good for battling that Ice Phoenix. But I didn't want to turn them off just yet. So instead, I fully explored the first two chapters, which I could do with my suicides turned on. Then I waited until AQ was over and the arena I was grinding was done. And I came into chapter 3 here. Now, as you can see, I still have my suicides on, and I keep them on all the way up until the Ice Phoenix fight. And then when I reach her, I turn them off. Now, this first fight was against Black Panther's Civil War, and you can see that I used Archangel, who is a beast. Had no problems dealing with him. Alright, one thing to note was that I was able to stun him without any fear. That's because I only stunned him when he did not have his armor buff up. Just something to bear in mind when you're fighting him. Once he has that armor buff up, all I do is bait out his heavies. He used to wreck me until I learned to fight him. Alright, so the next fight here is against Nebula. Now, I don't have a lot of practice fighting with her, but she's really easy to fight. I decided to bring in Stark in Hand Spidey for this. Now, I've gotten quite a bit better fighting with him, but I still need the practice. But as you saw, he ripped through her with ease. Now I face Vulture, and of course I had to bring Starky in for him as well. Now, when I first fought Vulture, I had a lot of trouble with him. I believe Scarlet Witch did the best against him initially, but this version is not the beefed up version that I fought. So if you guys have fought that beefed up version of Vulture, then you should have no problems with this guy. Now, I did get cocky later on, and I mistimed his L1 and I rushed in a little too early. You know, that was just my bad. I was still able to take him down, but I took a little bit more damage than I should have, as you can see there. Alright, no problem. Now we have Groot. Groot. What memories we have. So last season, when I was in an alliance doing just map 3, I remember how much we hated Groot as the mini-boss. Most of us did not know how to fight him, and he constantly wrecked us. Now, at the time, I did not have any good, strong Mystic champions. I did not have Magic, I did not have Scarlet Witch, and at the time, I did not have Doctor Strange, who was considered the go-to for fighting Groot. But slowly, I did get better fighting him. And I would still get wrecked in map 3, but I would start taking at least half his health during the early days of Alliance Quest. Then I left that Alliance, but I still kept in touch with the leader, who had also left the Alliance. And I told him that my new Alliance was doing map 5, and they'd given me path 1 in section 1, which had 2 Groots on it. And he just laughed and laughed because he remembered how much trouble Groot gave me and how much I hated fighting him. But that was then. I have many counters to him now, and I know how to fight him. Voodoo destroys him on any day of AQ. 12 to 14 hits, and that's it. But you don't need a Voodoo. Anyone will do. I've fought him and defeated him with Wolverine. I actually accidentally brought Wolverine in to fight him on a day 5 in Alliance Quest, map 5 section 3, and I ended up timing out, but I didn't die. Alright, so we're fighting here Blue Cyclops, and he's no trouble as long as you know how to evade his specials. Both his specials are easy to evade, but I ended up blocking one of his special 2s because I was too close and I took that last kick on my wing. It wasn't a ton of damage, but again, it was damage that I should not have taken. But overall, an easy fight. Archangel is just a beast. He is so beastly that I decided to bring him into the next fight as well. I didn't bother healing him up or anything. I made a mistake in this fight as well. I mistimed my heavy. You'll see it coming up in a little bit, but I stunned Magneto right there. See, I stunned him, and then I went for the heavy, but I didn't go for the heavy immediately. I hit him first, then went for the heavy, which gave him time to recover and punch me right in the face. Fortunately, it was only one punch. It could have been a whole lot worse if I had not been able to evade his special one, which his special two, which I can sometimes do, sometimes can't. But that would have been the end of Archangel right there. But okay, we finally made it to Ice Phoenix, and I switch off my suicides and I take in Rogue, and I hear she's awesome for this. I also boosted up with a 25% boost, which lasts an hour. I fully expected to die a few times to her, and I was not disappointed. So my first attempt here is just a learning experience. You know, I wanted to see how much damage that Cold Snap did, as well as how much blocking damage I took. Not good. I had to switch up my style to one that I'm not the best at, but I'm getting better. You know, more intercepts. As Dorky Diggity Dave would say, I have to fight her stun immune style. Now, you see how she took me out with that heavy. I get tagged with her heavy more than once, and I still don't understand why. I actually tried to evade that heavy. Sometimes it works, other times, like that one, I just stand there and eat it. I almost threw my phone a couple of times. So Rogue is down, and I bring in Iceman. I'm just going through my roster now because I want to see how well I do with each one of them, to see if any one of them does better than Rogue, and just to get more damage on her. So you see that I took a L2 block. I was trying to evade, not her L2, her L1. I took her L1 on a block, and I don't know why it did not evade, but at least it was a block. Now, you're going to see something that happens right there. We were both staring at each other. She went defensive, and I was like, she's going to hit me with a heavy. So I dashed back, and that was the time she decided to dash forward and punch me dead in the face. Man, I hate when they do that. They can do it with the precise timing. So that's okay. Next up was the bad boy himself, Blade. You'll see I did not even heal him up. I did not expect him to finish her off. I just wanted to see how he did and how much damage he could do, as well as, get a little bit more practice fighting. So, yep, he went down, but, he did all right, but I wasn't too terribly impressed. Next up was Starkey. Again, I did not heal him up, and I really liked how much damage he was able to do in a short period of time here. Now, I made one mistake after I revive him up and go in again, because I liked what he did so much that I'm like, okay, I think I can really take her with Spider-Man Stark Enhanced. So I'm going in, and things are going pretty well. If he can survive the Cold Snap, I have a really good chance to do some major damage to her. See, I dodged heavy and everything. But here's the mistake that I made. I did not see that she got her ice armor right before I stunned with my L1. So I stunned with the L1, the ice armor was there, it ate the stun, I continued my combo attack, and she made me pay. I was so upset about that because he was doing very well. But that's fine. Now, back to Rogue we go. Now, Rogue is a great option because she shrugs off that Cold Snap, so she doesn't take as much damage. You'll also notice that I'm not hitting her L1. That's because this has a heal block, and so she wouldn't be able to heal up. And it's more important to me to keep Ice Phoenix down as far as her power goes. So I'm just going to spam that L2 until she's gone. So Rogue did quite well. I'm still not used to fighting with Rogue. I don't fight with her very often, so I'm rusty. And when I run with suicides, she does not do well with suicides, but when I do use her and I'm running suicides, I'm certainly not going to be spamming her specials. But as you see, she is a very good option there. Alright, so last but not least, we come to Taskmaster. Now, I have almost no experience fighting with him. Outside of 1 or 2 fights in the arena, I have not fought him at all. So I do not know his animations. But this is a learning experience, and I do get caught in several attempts because I mistimed his specials. It's just because I need the practice. I need to learn his specials and get the timing right. But every time I mistimed his specials, he usually wrecked me. You know, I'll go in either too early, you know, before the special is actually completed, or I'll go in too late and he'll make me pay. But overall, he was much easier to fight than Ice Phoenix. In fact, since I had that 25% boost active for about an hour, and this didn't take an hour, I decided to make a few more runs after this one. And at the time that I'm recording this narration, I've already completed half of chapter 3. So I've actually faced Ice Phoenix and Taskmaster 3 times, I believe. Three or 4 times, I'm not sure. But they all went better than the first one. You know, one of my runs, I ended up using only a single revive on the entire run. Then another run, I ended up using 2. One on Ice Phoenix and another one on the Taskmaster. In my opinion, the best person for the Taskmaster, especially on my team, is Archangel. Archangel rips him to shreds. And you'll see here, I get rocked with Archangel, but that's all my fault. Because again, I don't know his animations. So I either went in a little too early, went in a little too late, or I let up off the block thinking that he was done. But Archangel got the job done. So that's going to do it, guys. If you liked the video, please consider smashing that like button. If you have not subscribed already, please consider giving me a subscription. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought about this video. And you guys have a blessed day.